What up? What up? What up? Can I give myself a little bit round of applause? You're exclusive. I love them all. It's so hard to picture. So it's like trying to pick a child, a favorite child.
I also believe that everybody is special. And that's the thing, discovering what makes you special and different from everybody else.
So,
Whoa, that's $8 to $10 million a month.
it was more than that. It was a lot of money. And, we had a lot of perks. And I had over 300 gas stations that I operated.
Hello, Tom LeVecchia here with the New Theory Podcast. Today's guest, calling in from Barcelona, Spain, Bastian Ernst, is going to talk about respect marketing. And before I jump in, Bastian, and before I see how you're doing, is as a marketer, I just need, and as a media guy, I just need, and I want to get a message to you, the person listening to this. And the problem is there's just too much friggin' noise and too much friggin' static to cut through that. So whether you listen to a podcast, whether you're finding something on Google search, whether you're seeing something on Instagram, we're having a hard time getting to you because everybody's doing the same thing. Enter Bastian, who is going to discuss respect marketing. So first, Bastian, how are you doing today?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Looking forward to chat.
Okay, so let's cut to it. What is respect marketing?
So respect-based marketing is pretty much, based on business elements which will never change and have always been here, which is respect, relationship, trust, authority, right?
Okay.
Business is between people, right? And I ask myself, where is that respect? Where is the relationship in fake scarcity, in product launches, in bonus 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on, right? So that's kind of what I want to bring back. And that's what respect-based marketing is all about on the one hand, right? Like using these never-changing elements of business and then combining it with super advanced automation stuff. And together it works really, really well.
Okay, so in marketing, and I got to kind of speak more to the lay people because there are a lot of marketers and entrepreneurs who will understand. But to dummy this down is we just want to build a know, like, and trust factor, correct?
Right.
Okay, so let's go a little broadly. There's two types of marketing. There's transformational, where you want to educate, content marketing, and you want to go. And then there's transactional, where you're like, hey, listen, let's do this, and you do a call to action. So give us a little bit about how you use respect-based marketing in terms of tactics and actual items on the transformational side. Yeah,
that's a good one. So the way I see it, look at this is pretty much marketing is conversation, right? And the way we use respect-based marketing is to ready people for the conversion event. Okay, that's a transactional thing which you were talking about, right? Where you make people pull out their credit card and pay you real money, right? But respect-based marketing is everything that happens before that. Okay, and the goal is to ready people. And the way you do it is, whatever business you have, and you can attract your people online through Facebook or whatever. You want to establish that relationship, right? And the way we do that is through different kinds of marketing tactics, which we can explore if you want and talk about. But the essence of it, or the goal, is to install buying beliefs and install beliefs so that someone is ready then to pull out their credit card and pay you real money.
Okay, so what you're saying is let's build the trust and then let's ask for the credit card. Is that a simple way to answer?
Yeah, exactly. Build a relationship first. Once you have it, you sell, right? Yeah. Because business, again, is between people.
Okay, so how do you build trust?
Yeah, good one. So maybe we take an example. Is there like a type of business you want to talk about or use as a case study or example?
A use case. I'm just trying to think. We really. I know it sounds obvious, but we really cover the spectrum on businesses. Like, meaning, I don't know if for example, if 40% of listeners are in the B2B space. So let's do this. Let's do a B2B on how to build trust and B2C. Yeah. So give us those two examples.
Yeah, let's start with B2B because that's also what I focus on. All of our clients are B2B. So basically, let's say you want to sell software, okay? And you want to sell, let's say, sales software, okay? So you target as salespeople, of course, right? Sales teams, right? Instead of just going out there and knocking doors and selling your sales software, you would first educate people, okay? And the goal of the education is to only install the right beliefs so that the salesman or the target believes that he or she needs your product or service, right? And the way we do this is by, for example, we could have a Facebook ad, right, which goes to a PDF, right? The PDF that teaches you how to close sales calls for startups, okay? So we're gonna target entrepreneurs, right? So that's gonna be the lead magnet, and then we're gonna have to send a sequence of emails to install these beliefs, right? And these emails have the only goal to kind of prepare the lead, prepare the target. We then sold on the sales call, right? So on the sales call, which is the conversion event, you have people who actually have a relationship with you, who know you and see you as an authority because of that sequence and the things that happened before. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm absorbing that answer, but sometimes the client wants more results. You say you build a relationship, you get, you do everything you said, right? But the results aren't there. Is that a product of, and hear me out, is that a product of you might have missed the mark on building respect and you didn't get the business? Or does respect marketing just take a long time and you have to maybe wait for those results?
So here's the thing. There are different ways on how you can approach the whole thing, right? So either you go kind of like Ryan Dyke's way, you sell, and you either sell that person or you make that person leave, right? The other way is going more a relationship route, which means that your ROI will be postponed. And that's basically what you just mentioned. That's correct, right? So building a relationship first means that you have to invest time in because relationships takes time, right? But then you build up a loyal base of an audience, right? And then as long as you provide value, you can actually sell these people over and over again, right? And that's the long-term approach.
Okay, so let's get to actionable. So I love everything you're saying. Know, like, and trust. Build respect. Yes. Be transformational. Add value. Yes. And then, and only then, ask for the business. So, Bastian, yo quiero mucho. I love you very much. This is great, right? Let's get to the actionable items. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I have a small budget, let's call it small, what channel do you recommend working first in developing? A little bit of each? Or what channel? Should we do just SEO? Should we just do Instagram? Should we dabble at PPC to get immediate results? Give us your initial channel you want to develop on a small budget. If you only can pick one channel to go deep in, or a little bit of over a few channels. What channel comes first?
Yeah. So, I can only talk about based on my experience. And in the past, I tried a lot of things, right? I tried blogging and SEO and then Facebook ads and Instagram and recording videos all at the same time, right? And I had some results, but it was not the results I was hoping for, right? And that was actually a couple of months ago, last year, the beginning of last year. And I was like, what am I doing wrong, right? And then I was like, there's this quote, I'm sure you know it, right? Warren Buffett and Bill Gates once met, and then the mother of Bill asked, what is the main reason why you guys are so successful, right? And then both look at each other and say, focus, right? And I heard that quote. I was like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying so many different things, but nothing is really creating the results I'm wanting, right? And then I changed and I picked one traffic source. And in my case, that was Facebook ads because it made sense. I had a funnel, right? I had a multi-step funnel. I had a product that people liked, right? So I could spend, and I actually spent that this month, $7K, so 6.8 US. And we made back 26, so that's a 4x in 30 days ROI.
What was the product? It was
the product. It was a digital product, so an online course plus consulting.
Wow.
These different types of is what we offer.
And you got a 4x return. Okay, so and that was paid Facebook or Facebook organic? Okay, paid Facebook.
Paid Facebook ads. So ads, paid traffic. Right, and that made sense for in my case because I had the funnel, right? I had the well-oiled machine, right? Because I knew if I put traffic in, a few things going to happen, and then it's going to turn into ROI, right? And that's what happens. So that's when you ask me like, what traffic makes the most sense, really depends. Do you have a funnel? Do you have a product that sells that people actually like? So yeah, it really depends, I would say.
Okay, so
but to end this real quick, I would say depending on where you are in your journey, I would always at the beginning, right, until you are at 25K a month in revenue, I would definitely put all my eggs into one basket, make that thing work, and then start to diversify the
all right. So what do you? But then what? Okay, so what do you do with a client that comes to you with not a big budget? They want to go in the SEO bucket, and I'm telling you, I say this every time. Every client comes to you, Bastian, I understand SEO takes 6 months. I understand it takes 9 months, and they give you $1,500 the first month. You're my friend. $1,500 the second month. You're still okay. And then the third month, I look at you and say, Bastian, there's no money coming in. I'm going to quit. And you say, Tom, I told you it was 9 months. So what I'm saying is, what do you do in the case for SEO? Because I have this discussion with accounts, and I like record them now. I actually record the conversations because it gets uncomfortable at the 4th, 5th month at 0 sales, because they have to understand a hockey sticks or starts to really develop at 6 to 9 months. So do you say, hey, listen, I'll do SEO for you, but I'm sorry, you need a paid component? Or do you not engage in SEO? Or do you, like, what do you do in that case?
Yeah, so this sounds like for me that this specific client, or in this use case situation, that this person was kind of like starting out either with the business or with the online world. So I would not start with SEO because of that exact reason, because it takes so much time. I would do, and there are 2 ways how I would do it. If I have a budget, I would do Facebook ads. And if I don't, I would do Facebook groups. Okay? That's how I started out. Before Facebook ads, I did Facebook groups, meaning you create a Google Sheet, you go to the search bar on Facebook, and then you look for your 10 Facebook groups, and then you use the recommendation engine of Facebook to find more, and then you just join all these groups, start conversations with the admins, and then ask to post blog posts into this group. Okay, and that's how I, for example, got my first 30 customers without paying anything.
Yeah, but so I'm with you on that, but there's 2 parts of it. The first is you need content to feed. Can you do that without a deep content?
One post. So what I always say is like, that's my approach, right? I'm not saying this is the best or the right one. This worked for me, right? And that's what I'm sharing now. So I created only one article, okay? And that one had around 5,000 words. So it was really in depth, and people really liked it. And that's the only article I worked with for 1 year. and I turned it into PDFs and I posted it into Facebook groups. And this one article generated 100K, right? So wow. And I posted this into Facebook groups. It was just one article.
So I'm with you. Okay, now as an agency, because we do have a decent amount of agency owners and SEOs and marketers in this. What do you charge as a manager fee? Because if somebody gives me $5,000 to manage your Facebook budget, and we want to be transparent and not do the whole create a report, but we want to actually show them the Facebook report. What percentage do you charge, and how do you make money? Because that's the other part. I have no problem doing paid only campaigns. I have no problem doing that. But I got to charge a 15% upcharge because it's a lot of work for not a lot of money. Now, the whole goal is to build a relationship to get them on other services. So what do you charge on a percentage basis for doing Facebook ads?
So I personally don't do any Facebook ads for anyone except myself.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't do Facebook ads. So I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Okay. So you're saying is you do it for yourself. So you're an individual. Yes. If you're an individual guy or gal person, you're saying
run the business or have your products.
Yeah,
exactly.
Do Facebook ads, and then if you decide to do it, if you use an agency, what would you recommend? Like me, I have to charge 15%. What do you recommend if somebody uses an agency? What would you pay for a top-notch agency percentage? Like, is that 15%? Is that high to you? Is that okay for you? What do you think of that?
As a client?
Yeah.
Or
As a client?
to be honest, I don't know, because I've never paid an agency to run my Facebook ads. But if possible, I would do it results based.
Okay, makes sense. Now, my last question for you on this topic, and for the most part, is I'm with you on the respect-based marketing. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But Facebook ads are transactional. So how do you gain the respect through transactional Facebook ads?
Yeah, so with the Facebook ads, you have kind of like, I mean, you have multiple touch points, conversational touch points, but one very important is at the top of the funnel, right? Right at the beginning, to get people into your world,
Okay.
right? And whatever you as a listener like sell, usually the way you get people, if you use paid traffic, right? Traffic you can control, you want to offer, and that works for us and our clients the best, is a PDF, and that's not transactional, right? That's here you don't ask for money here. You give it away for free, right? And the only thing you want to get their email address so that they enter your funnel, okay? And then the transaction happens down the line. And for that, you can use Facebook ads again, right? For retargeting and so on, multiple channels and so on.
Got it. Okay.
Make sense?
Got it. It makes perfect sense.
And then
yeah,
I guess like one thing I wanted to add there, because you mentioned the respect-based marketing thing first before. So this is for businesses who know that they can reach their audience online, right? And I mean, most businesses sell emails, right? And some of them, or many, use normal broadcasting newsletters. Some of them use email sequences and automations, right? But what respect-based marketing is all about is first of all, you have not doing broadcasts and newsletters, but having automations. So once someone enters your world, you add them into a sequence, and this sequence is not designed to sell per se, but to establish that relationship and create trust. And the way you do this is to get people engaged, right? Because what I always say is, if you get the right people engaged, meaning clicking your stuff, right, you will increase your revenue as well. And just imagine, if you send out an email, we both have 10,000 people who send the same email, right? Your click rate is 10, let's say 10 minus 20, right? I get more people to click to my sales page with the same amount of traffic, right? That's why I always say, get your people engaged. And the way you do it is through storytelling, open loops, cliffhangers, and micro investments, right? And that's all part of this automated email sequence.
Okay. Okay. So that makes sense. Okay. Now I want to do one last kind of spitfire, and I want to go through the marketing funnel, awareness all the way to advocacy. I want you to pick only 2 channels for each one, and knee-jerk reaction. I want you to pick between SEO, PPC, Facebook paid, PR, and good old referrals. Okay? So boom, best 2 channels to create awareness.
Awareness, I would say for me, it would be Facebook.
Okay, so how about consideration?
Email.
Okay. Conversion.
Webinar. Depending though what you sell. If it's a high ticket, it's phone call. If it's a low ticket, that's a hybrid sales page. If it's a middle tier, like a couple hundred to 1K, it's webinar.
Okay. Loyalty.
Loyalty, evergreen ad retargeting funnel, and email plus bot.
Okay, and lastly, advocacy.
I would say emails and doing customer success, right? So jumping on calls, I would say.
Okay.
And emails.
All right. So you covered it, man. I like what you're doing. How can we find you?
So I would suggest to go to wildaudience.com /podcast. There you can pretty much check out the whole thing. And like what we talked about is basically designing user experiences, designing sales experiences, designing your own worlds, right? Get people and pull them into your world, install the beliefs, establish the relationship and respect, and then sell them stuff, right? And if you want to see that in action, right, you want to go to wildaudience.com /podcast. And then you will see how the whole thing plays out, right? We have, personalization, gamification, all these things built into the whole funnel. It's pretty fun to watch.
Okay, I love it. All right, and what's to conclude? What's your philosophy in business and life? You're a great marketer. You know what you're doing, but give us your philosophy in life.
Yeah. So right now, kind of like I see life like a step by step kind of thing, like a butterfly, right? And for me, it's I'm right at the beginning right now, stage one or level one, and I just want to like right now I just want to learn how marketing works, and instead of working for someone else, I just do it by myself and help other people, right? And there's so much to learn, and I love it, right? But I think down the line, the more experience you have, the more you want to contribute, right? And for me, that's actually working on stuff that truly creates impact, because I love what I do, but I think there are bigger things in life, right? Like helping the planet and the environment and helping animals. I'm a vegan, meaning I really love animals, right? So that's the kind of stuff I want to work down the line. But again, it's like life is like a butterfly, and you level up stage by stage.
I love it.
And you experience and enjoy the whole ride.
I love it. Well, Bastian, thank you for calling in from Barcelona. We'll put this up shortly. Obviously, we'll send you the link, and we appreciate you for being on the show.
I loved it. Good talking to you, man.